This tutorial video is designed to accompany the worksheet for lesson 23 of Learn Your Scales and Arpeggios for Clarinet, which continues work on 7th arpeggios by introducing the diminished 7th. The worksheet provides a detailed explanation of some of the theory behind 7th arpeggios. It is important that you follow all the instructions on the worksheet, as this video will not cover all that is required by itself. A 7th chord is a 4-note chord. It has a root, a third, a fifth and a 7th. There are several different types, many of which are particularly important to jazz musicians, though none of them are exclusive to jazz. Here is the dominant 7th, the major 7th, the minor 7th, the half diminished 7th, and the diminished 7th. The diminished 7th is not in any key, so it's identified by the note on which it starts. This is how we get to a diminished 7th starting on G. This is a G major triad. This is a G minor triad. And this is a G diminished triad. To this we add not a major 7th, not a minor 7th, but a diminished 7th. So it has a diminished 5th and a diminished 7th. Technically, we should probably call the notes G, B flat, D flat and F flat, but this is not necessary as we're not actually in any specific key. We shall call the notes G, B flat, C sharp and E. All the steps are of 3 semitones. So the diminished 7th starting on G is also the diminished 7th starting on B flat, starting on C sharp and starting on E. Consequently, there are only 3 diminished 7ths in all of music. The C sharp rule does apply to diminished 7ths. So in the one starting on G, you should use the right hand fingering for C sharp. Diminished 7ths can cause some confusion because they seem to be in a flat key in some places and in a sharp key in others. Exercise 39 will help you get on top of this. Here is the diminished 7th starting on G for 2 octaves. You now have quite a big repertoire of scales and arpeggios, many of which you should have been practicing for some time now. For the first 4 days of Practice Plan 23, they have been split into 2 batches to make the drill for one day more manageable. You should not be daunted by days 5 and 6, as you should still be able to get to the bottom of each list in quite a short time. If you feel it's taking too long, spend another week or so repeating day 6 before you move on to lesson 24.